Hello the internet of the internet, welcome back to another One Piece video, and in this video we will be talking about how strong is Rob Lucci, one of the most popular One Piece villain, but just not villain, but one of the most popular character in the verse, one of the most popular character in One Piece is Rob Lucci. But how strong is Rob Lucci? Because not too long ago, a year ago, in last arc in Awakened Island, we got reintroduced to Rob Lucci, and Rob Lucci, I can't lie, to show some strength and show his size, and Rob Lucci was using his strength and using his body to move around top tier characters in the verse. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this video is about how strong is Rob Lucci. So let's get right into the video. So let's talk about when we first got introduced to Rob Lucci. For the first time we met the Rob Lucci was in Water 7, when Rob Lucci just destroyed Zoro and Monkey D. Luffy in not even a fight. Rob Lucci just absolutely body Luffy and Zoro at Water 7. And with later on in Enies Lobby, we got to see how powerful is Rob Lucci, which we know at the time Rob Lucci was the most powerful CP9 member in the group. Currently with that people, he was top tier, he was number one CP9 member. He have all style of the CP9, finger piercer, iron body, and skywalk, and all of those stuff. And Rob Lucci was the number one pound for pound on the mountain as the strongest. So in Enies Lobby, we seen that Luffy and Rob Lucci fought, and Rob Lucci was kind of dominating the fight, and Luffy have to learn two new techniques to be able to beat Rob Lucci, which it was gear 2 and gear 3, where Luffy must gotten two techniques to actually beat Rob Lucci. And not even the two techniques could actually beat Rob Lucci. It took Usopp Sogakin to actually cry out and beg Luffy to stay in the fight, which Luffy did, and he did win. So you could say honestly Luffy won because of Usopp and the power of friendship that come through once again. But this was pre-time skip One Piece, so this was right after Scapia. This was not right after, but there was few arcs after Alabasta, when Luffy defeat the crocodile. But that was pre-time skip. When we see Rob Lucci again in the main story, Rob Lucci was a CP0 member this time, and we seen Rob Lucci in Awakened Island. We seen some few glimpses of Rob Lucci in his all white drip. Oh my gosh, he looks so stylish. But in like proper time, we seen Rob Lucci get reintroduced to an arc was in Awakened Island, where Rob Lucci fought Monkey D. Luffy in gear 5. But before we talk about that fight, because that fight is very important to as his power scale Rob Lucci, though something that happened, but something that we need to talk about is the CP0 memo. So we know, like, typically the CP0 member is just like an origation that work very close with the others, and Goseis, and work very close with the Celestial Dragon, and they are like the most powerful origation in the world government. I mean, we know the Marines is the most powerful system in the world, the most powerful army force, and the Marines and the world government work very closely together. And hell, you could even say they are the same thing, but at the same time it's two very different things. The Marines are fighting for the world, they are fighting to save people, while the CP system is working closely with the world government as like assassin group, as to get intel and to do the dirty work of the world government. And they're kind of the same thing, but the Marines kind of do their own stuff sometimes, but they do work with the world government, while the world government It just do the dirty stuff, and the world government is basically to help the Celestial Dragons. And even though the world government owns the Marines and whatever, but we do know that CP0 is not the strongest, but a CP0 member is quite fearful in the world of One Piece, and a CP0 could be on the same tier and close to a commander, a Yonko commander. That's what I would say. I believe any CP0 member can defeat Usopp, Nami, Chopper, Brook, and Frankie. So, the CP0 member is definitely a 100% like on Yonko, commander level, but not on the level of a third commander or fourth commander. They are by the fifth commander level. So they are typically strong and they can hold their own, but the main thing is not to kill people or to get into huge fights. The main thing is to do the dirty work of the government. But let's talk about Rob Lucci now, since we know that normally a CP0 member is around a fifth commander level in the Yonko, right? Rob Lucci to box his life. He fought for his life against Luffy when Luffy went into Gear 5, and we learned that Rob Lucci, that as he awakened his devil fruit, and he's an even more stronger cat before. I believe he's a leopard, so now he's an even stronger leopard. But not Dolphin. What am I even talking about? But when Rob Lucci awakened his devil fruit, he's one of a few group of characters that is awakened. And we know to be awakened, you need to be very good with the devil fruit. You need to understand your devil fruit, and you need to be up there. You need to be very powerful. So Rob Lucci being awakened, having your normal obvious haki, having your normal armor haki, Rob Lucci is a menace to the world. The fact that Rob Lucci is one of the fastest character in One Piece, not on the level of Kizaru, but he's I believe he's more faster than Zoro, because the way Rob Lucci and Luffy in Gear 5, by the way, was boxing. Sometimes Rob Lucci could speed blitz Luffy, sometimes, and Luffy has future sight, and he has good obvious haki, and he is Gear 5 Luffy, the same Gear 5 Luffy that caught lightning from the sky and threw it at Kaido. The fact that Rob Lucci could surprise Luffy and sometimes outmove Luffy is honestly the best feat in Rob Lucci's arsenal. That sometimes he could speed blitz Luffy, but also plus keep in mind Luffy, anime novice, if you have a new transformation and if you use it once or twice, every time you use it you'll have better control and you'll be better using that transformation. So Luffy just defeated Kaido, and now Luffy is using his transformation, which now Luffy has better control and better understanding of his transformation, which that was the version that Rob Lucci faced, a better version from fighting Kaido. Even though Luffy did dog walk Rob Lucci, or you could say catwalk Rob Lucci was holding his own against Luffy, and Rob Lucci they ate a lot of big attacks. And we know the joint type fruits, you are typically more physically better, you're more faster, you're more stronger, you're more durability, you can fight for longer periods of times, and you're better at recovering from damage, and just you got a better iron shit. So Rob Lucci, having that, he did eat a lot of big attacks, names attack from Luffy, and speed blitzing Luffy sometimes, but at the end of the day, Luffy the catwalk Rob Lucci and winning that fight quite confidently and quite comfy. But then later on in the arc, we seen that Rob Lucci fought Zoro, and keep in mind, Rob Lucci just fought a Yonko, by the way. Rob Lucci just fought Yonko Luffy in Gear 5. So of course, and before he even after the fight he fought against, what am I even saying? But after he fought Luffy, what happened? If my memory is correct, he did fought against S-Hawk and S-Bear. and Rob Lucci was teaming up with Luffy to fight Ace-Hawk and Ace-Bear. And Luffy was like, he couldn't go into Gear 5. He was still very tired from the fight against Rob Lucci. His energy did went down a lot, and Rob Lucci was not Rob Lucci, but Luffy was very tired. So in my mind, Rob Lucci was also very tired. Like, Rob Lucci, he did not go into his cat form. He did not go into his transformation because Rob Lucci was still tired that he fought against a Yonko, by the way. Keep in mind, Rob Lucci fought against a Yonko Luffy Gear 5. So of course Rob Lucci will be very tired when he fights the next time against Ace-Hawk or Ace-Bear. So he fought against them and they won, but then later on in the arc, Rob Lucci fought Zoro. And at first the fight was very competitive, and Rob Lucci could go into his awakened form. He got enough energy to transform into his awakened form. But it was a back and forth. But keep in mind that Zoro did not use his sword Emma. Keep that in mind. Zoro was using 2 sword style and not using 3 sword style. And we anime dweebs and One Piece dweebs believe that if Zoro used 3 swords and Emma, he's gone all out. But if he's using 1 or 2 swords, he's not gone all out and he's holding back. And I actually do believe that Zoro was not gone all out, because Sanji to call Zoro and say that Zoro is weak. Then Zoro to put Emma in his mouth, use Kankazaki, and to take down Rob Lucci. But make me defend, Rob Lucci here. Zoro to use Emma, whose Emma has Kankazaki, and we learn that Zoro does have Kankazaki. And Zoro could hurt Kin. And Kin is a unique species, and this species have the most durable skin ever, right? And Zoro could hurt Kin and actually make Kin bleed multiple times. And this is the same Zoro that gotten even stronger from that arc, from Wano. And in that arc, Zoro did damage and he did make Kaido bleed. Zoro is one of a few characters in One Piece, I think next to Oden, that Zoro is the only character that to actually make Kaido bleed and to give Kaido a scar. That's the biggest feat in One Piece ever. To give Kaido a scar and to make Kaido bleed is something massive. It's the biggest feat, and I cannot say this enough. Like, if you can scar Kaido and if you can make Kaido bleed, you are a top dog in the verse. You are up there. You have crazy amount of power, output power to make Kaido bleed. So we have to respect that Kaido is one of the strongest One Piece character ever and the most durable One Piece ever, and Zoro could hurt him. So, and Zoro was fighting a weaker Rob Lucci from the same Rob Lucci that fought Luffy. I believe Rob Lucci was a little bit tired. Because he just fought against a Yonko. He just fought Yonko Luffy. Then later he fought against Ace-Hawk and Ace-Bear, and Ace-Hawk just sent Blackbeard flying, and Ace-Hawk was, for a small time of period, for like a pace, Ace-Hawk was dark walking Blackbeard. I'm just saying that. But then Rob Lucci fought against Luffy, against Ace-Hawk and Ace-Bear. Then he went to go fight Zoro, who is a right-hand commander Yonko. The same man that make Kaido bleed. Come on, man. You have to put Rob Lucci up there. And even though it does not look good on paper that Zoro was not gone all out, and once he did went all out, he did one shot Rob Lucci. I know it on paper it doesn't sound right, but if you look at everything, it actually make Rob Lucci look good in a way. And Zoro did not done a simple attack. He did done a name attack with Kankazaki on Rob Lucci. And Rob Lucci accepted later. He got back up and he saved, not saved, but he went to go talk to one of the ghosts, the bird ghost. I don't know whose one that is, but Rob Lucci, after getting one shot, he stood up like nothing happened, and he went to go talk to a ghost saying, remember. So where do I put Rob Lucci in a power scaling thing? Well, I put Rob Lucci at second commander. I believe Rob Lucci face Sanji will be a very good fight and a very close fight. And that's why I'm putting Rob Lucci at second commander or third commander Yonko level. Yonko second or third commander. So that is the videos. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please like the video and please subscribe and go watch my other One Piece video, because I'm telling you guys, it is very good and very entertaining. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, goodbye.